Good morning, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 11:50 a.m. Eastern Standard on Monday, June 7th, 2021. We're talking about RLC or iExec. This is not financial advice. The video is intended for educational purposes only. The Twitter link below in the description will give you updates on my entry and exit points, as well as major market moves that you should be aware of. As well as if you want to click the YouTube subscribe button below, you'll get wind of every video that comes out that I publish, which is pretty much every day for iExec and a couple of other ones. Okay, I'm 70% in RLC, 30% is in cash. Where do I deploy the remaining 30% that I want to invest in RLC is dependent on the entry points below. These are potential entry points. They haven't been met yet. So scenario number one, I'll just finalize I'll deploy all of my cash at that point, but the remaining 30% for RLC into RLC at $4.30 in dollars. That being said, if it actually hits RLC, if the RLC BTC pair hits 12,500, I will actually go into it. I upped it a little bit because I want to get a little more aggressive here. I feel pretty comfortable with where RLC is going, especially as we come to closure around this triangle. I want to get a little more involved. So it was 12,100 yesterday, but if we get down to as low as 12,500 instead, I think I would go and take a stab at 15% there. Now, we know what this equation is. I'll go through it in more detail tomorrow, but I just want everyone to be aware that this is equal to Bitcoin multiplied, RLC US dollars equal to Bitcoin multiplied by the iExec strength, or to Bitcoin, or the inner strength, as I like to call it. So let's go straight into the markets. All right, well, my first condition is, so we're still looking at this giant, beautiful line of support, which was a line of resistance, and now we were firmly over it, and now we're coming to some closure over here. So where's the closure? Well, we're getting closer and closer and closer. Wow, looks like by the time this completes, we will be, this is like 2 days from now. Something's going to happen between now and 2 days, maybe a little after, but something, it feels like something's going to happen. So anyway, I'm planning to buy here at the 430 range, highlighted in this little yellow box, yellow line below. That would be my potential entry point. The other potential entry point, we're going to go to the RLC BTC pair here real quick. The other entry point I said was around the 12,500 range, which is right here, that little yellow line. And I'll zoom in just so you can see it right there on the top of the longer yellow line. So I feel like that's a good point to get in. And this also seems to be coming to some closure on the RLC BTC pair, or the inner strength of RLC. And that also looks to be coming maybe in like a few days from now. It's almost kind of crossing that same point in time to complete this triangle, similar to the RLC US dollar pair. Now we're at 465 right now on RLC US dollar. We're at 12,939. Will I have a chance at this point? I'm not so sure. So we'll see if we can get these two. Now let's go over to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's obviously the other major factor, not just this one, not just this one. Let's look at Bitcoin. Quickly, a couple of things in the news. Bitcoin is still, again, you got to take a zoom out on this stuff or you'll go crazy. Look at this. This line continues to go straight up, 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 up. This line has an arrow and it's pointing right towards that star that has the number 80,000 next to it. I anticipate we will hit 80,000. We may even bounce above 80,000 along the way. We may go below the line and hit 60,000 or even less. I don't know the answer. This is crypto land. To each his own, but this is my personal view based on what the trend looks like. And it's a long-term trend. This started back in March. So it's a fairly long, consistent trend that I feel very comfortable about at this level. So that's where we're at. On Bitcoin news, if you're interested, they're talking about at SkyBridge Capital, they've created a Bitcoin trust that people can invest in, fairly low fees. I'm not sitting here shilling it whatsoever, but SkyBridge is a pretty renowned hedge fund slash alternative assets fund. owned by, founded by Anthony Scaramucci, who many of you may have heard of in the past. Also, other big things over here. So just saying that, just going back to the whole SkyBridge Capital thing, is that they're talking about Bitcoin as a very strong choice. And I can tell everyone right now, they send emails galore. They are rallying around Bitcoin like they haven't seen anything better. Let's take a look at this latest one here. MicroStrategy, even though they have a little bit of a little bit of a downturn on their balance sheet because they own so much Bitcoin. I mean, obviously we all took a little hit here. They're still looking to buy more Bitcoin, and that just goes to show and is testament to the fact that Bitcoin is here to stay. Not to mention the big news yesterday that El Salvador is now considering it legal tender, or at least voting very shortly on it, which I fully anticipate will pass. So that's where we're at right now. Let's see how things play out. RLC BTC looking fairly healthy here, trying to get through this line of resistance over here. We need to see this come out and up for a little while to know that we've broken the pattern. So I'll keep you all posted on Twitter. Have a great day, everyone.